Hello everybody, Drew here. Tip of the Mitt Flips, where every 100 subscribers there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure that you're subscribed so you have a chance to win. I have 17 orders going out today for about $1,250. So that is definitely a good one. That is definitely my best sales day ever. And most of it is in one sale, and we'll get to that at some point. Oh, and another sale just came in, so bump that up another $5-ish. First thing going out on B1 is a durable grill pan. B1 down here. It's like a grill and cast iron pan, like cleaning kit type of thing. I got this in a mystery box lot of random stuff from a eBay reseller who did mystery boxes on his channel, and I bought one, and it worked out. I made some money. I'm not mad about it. I wouldn't buy another one from anywhere. But luckily, there was things like that in there which were already boxed up, new in box. There was like 5 of these, one listing. I think I have one left. Real easy. If I could fill my store with stuff like this, I probably would. It's just super easy. $10 free shipping. Next thing up, Caesar 3, which is a PC game. Got to be one of these disc onlys. Yep, right here. Caesar 3 disc only PC game. And that I got $6.99 free shipping. That'll go not media mail. That'll go first class. And then Peanuts movie, Snoopy's Grand Adventure, Xbox 360 right here. And that one is $10.19 free shipping. And then on A2, 2 Maisto diecast motorcycles. A2, I'm guessing it's in the basket. And by guessing, I mean I know it's in this basket, and there I can see them. All right there, 2 diecast motorcycles. I lotted them together because they weren't worth a ton of money. $12.74 free shipping on those, and those will definitely go first class. And then, you know it's my favorite, plain wooden chess piece, which is also in this box. But it is a black, brown, whatever color you want to call that, pawn. $7.64 free shipping. So that must have been either an offer or probably it was on sale. That's most likely. But $7.64 free shipping. And then on A4, vintage Pyrex butterfly gold right here, A4. I don't know why that's called, but oh, those are butterflies. I thought there was just flowers on there, but that makes sense then. Butterfly gold, $11 plus shipping on that. And then next up, Poltergeist 2 on VHS right there. And it's got a barcode, so I don't know what year this came out, but this must be a reprint, or is when they first started putting barcodes. But either way, Poltergeist 2, I got $10.99 free shipping for that. It's a VHS, so I paid probably a quarter, probably, maybe, not positive. And then on C3, vintage brown bag cookie art mold thingy. It's bubble wrapped up already, but I think it's a Piglet, if I'm not mistaken. Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. You'll see the picture on the screen. Let me double check here. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh. Is Piglet in there? My eyesight's so bad. No, it's not Winnie the Pooh. It is Piglet. Piglet with a heart. But it's a cookie mold. $10.99 plus shipping. And I don't know where that's going, but they paid more in shipping than they paid for it, so it's got to be pretty far. And then next up, Various Artists, Volume 2, Punk-O-Rama. Punk-O-Rama, Volume 2. Here we go, right there. That's a cute album cover, and that is $5 free shipping, and we'll talk about that one again in a second here. And hey, look at that. Just had another buy come in, so just racking up today. Rise of Nations Gold Edition for PC right there. And that one is $7.64 free shipping. I've been really focusing, if you can't tell, on the free shipping items, the small items, the first class items. It's just a lot less Because I'd rather sell, you know, this and this to make the same money that I'm going to do selling this. Because this I have to wash and pack, and there's bubble wrap, and it's just more chances for breakage or returns or any type of issues. I'm really leaning into, it's either got to be worth a lot of money, like this, you know, $300 around there, or like this giant monstrosity right here, if it works, like $350, stuff like that. Real big, real pain in the butt if it's worth a lot of money. But beyond that, this middle of the road stuff, I'm really trying to get away from. But that's easy to say when you're selling it, when you're out there buying and sourcing. If you're like me, you buy it anyways. You see profit, you buy it. And then once I've bought it, I have to sell it. So next up is vintage 1987 McDonald's Cinderella Gus, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but in B2C, I actually had or have these Christmas ornaments for my own. Right there, the little mice from Cinderella on my own Christmas tree. So I didn't need another pair of them, but $12.74 free shipping. And then I also have Flounder and Sebastian right there, but I actually see those, I don't want to say often, but I've seen them before and never thought to pick them up. So that's something I'll definitely start doing, because again, really easy. You throw this into a envelope or bag, poly bag, whatever you like to use, and you're done. $12.74 free shipping. Next up, from my own childhood personal toy collection, B3 is a vintage Tupperware Tupper Toys train right there. And that is just good memories all over the place. How much did I get for that? That was $8.99 plus shipping. And then this I listed for $14.99, but I got an offer within seconds. So I said, yeah, I paid, I think, a dime for it, so I didn't really care. On A2A vintage rare Tupperware, it's not rare, I wouldn't have put that, I just copied a listing, but A2A is this basket that's already over here, but it is, I think, the big one. Let me double check. 806, yeah. So it's the Servalier lid, brown. Should have sold for $14.99 free shipping, but I took the offer. Like I said, it cost me a dime. I listed it, and by the time I had thrown it in the basket, it popped up. So I was like, I'm just going to take that money and run. $10 free shipping. Because again, that I will toss into this and be done. I like easy. I'm trying to lean towards easy. That's my vibe right now. Then we have one of those weird ones where I think they're a garage saler because they like to barter on an item that is very cheap, and they'll go back and forth like 4 or 5 times. So I go ahead and do it because I feel like they're having a good time or something. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they're just really cheap and they want to save as much money as they can. But it is Across Real Time. That's a book somewhere over here. Here we go. Across Real Time. Werner Vinge. Some type of sci-fi book club edition. But it's $6.99 free shipping. Not a ton of profit there. Next up, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman right here on VHS. And I'm getting a little better at picking out the winners in the VHS. And by winners, I mean profitable. $8.99 free shipping for that one. And then next up after that is Prince of Persia Warrior Within PS2. Now, Prince of Persia, here we go. Which one is it? It's this one, I think. Prince of Persia, the first one, that was one of my favorite games for PS2. I thought it was awesome. The second one, they tried to mess with the mechanics too much and ruined it. And I think the franchise died with that one. I'm not positive. $6.39 free shipping. And then what were these new ones that just came in? Let's see if they even paid for them. Oh, those weren't sales. Those were offers. So I'll get to those later. I'll stick with what I'm doing for now. But yes, I said, well, first off, let me get to that final one. it's not here. So that's why, let me pull up the deets so that I can get this right. That's why I saved it to last, because I don't have it, so I can't show it to you. But you've probably heard me mention it if you've been watching for a while. Okay, so you'll see it on the screen. It is Louis Lamour Collection Leatherette Bound Set of 117 books, plus a photo book, so 118 books. $1,147.49. Weird price because it was on sale for 15% off, and that's what it came out to. And that's a big sale. That was the most expensive item I had in my store, which before that, the second most expensive item I had was that skateboard sold a couple weeks ago. So the top end of my store is gone. I mean, I still have expensive items, but the top two items are gone. So my rest of this month, I normally shoot for my certain amount of listings per day, and that's how I just kind of keep the train rolling. No matter what it is, price, whatever, doesn't matter. I just keep listing a certain amount every day. But what I'm going to do is switch for the rest of this month and cherry pick all my high-end items. I'm just going to, because I watched the overall value of my store plummet with 2 sales. So things like this, and that Akai that I pointed out, and this Marantz that I already have one of. So I actually, if it's fully functional, I just got to add, quantity 2 to that, which actually that one has a remote. So I'll have to make a new listing, but I can still sell somewhere, adjust it. You know how that works. Or if you don't, it doesn't really matter. But I really want to focus on getting that total store value up. So that's my new, even if I only list one thing a day, if it's a $300+ item, I'm going to be okay with that. Because stuff like this is very time consuming to clean, fully test, hook up, all that kind of stuff. Very time consuming. And I don't want to, because I hate doing it, but I might. And even when I'm saying it, I know I probably won't. I might pre-box them and put them out in storage so I can get an exact weight measurement for calculated shipping and all that. So I can have the box ahead of time. That's what I should do with big items. I should do that. I just don't like to. I don't want to. It's like, without having the realized gains of selling the item, the effort of packing it seems like too much. But it would make sense. It would be the smart thing to do. That's not how I always do things. So, first up, a couple stories from the past week. This video is... You would have saw the last video, which was in time, still going with the rest of my videos. And then there will be a time gap, but not a time gap between the 2 videos. I don't know if that makes sense. I took a long time off from filming videos. I had my storage unit flood, my yard flood, my garage, which is my place of work, mildly. Carpet got wet. There was a lot of things going on. Something had to give. It was YouTube. YouTube is, unfortunately, down the list of priorities when it comes to real life. So, took a bit of time off. So, there's a bit of a time gap in there. So, one story is that, or the story, is that I got a chargeback on a disgruntled buyer. It's one of those things... Because this all comes into play because I had a viewer reach out to me and say, hey, I have somebody threatening me with negative feedback, and they say the item, they're complaining about the item, that it wasn't actually new, or, all this kind of stuff. And basically I told them, I said, when it comes down to it, eBay is going to take their side. The only thing that's going to save them a little bit is the fact that they actually threatened them with negative feedback. eBay is very against that. That is extortion, blackmail, whatever you want to call it. So they do frown on that. That's definitely not allowed. So I said, make sure you probably reach out to eBay first and say, hey, they're, blackmailing me with negative feedback, or extorting me with a threat of negative feedback, and kind of work it from that angle. But when it comes down to it, if they want to return it, you're probably just going to get stuck. So what happened with me is I sold a DVD. You've seen me probably see them before. This one right here. This DTV something something whatever. Very cheap Magnavox DVD players. They're super cheap. You get them for $1. You sell them for 15. They easy to pack. But they said I didn't send the cable and I didn't send the remote. Is there a chance that I didn't send the cable? 100%. There's a chance. Is there a chance I didn't send the remote? Yes, but very unlikely because I don't have the remote. So I don't think that's true either. So then they said, but they started out nasty. They just, right from the get, this is the worst way I've ever, dealt with somebody, your business, da-da-da-da-da, just came out the gate nasty. And I was like, okay, well, I understand your frustration. Could I offer you a partial refund? And then they, again, said a bunch of nasty stuff. I'm not even going to look up the messages. It was just them being rude. And so, because I didn't want to deal with it anymore, I gave what I thought was a significant partial refund of half the value of the item, which is well more than enough to buy a cable and order a remote. So I sent them that, and because their total order value was like $40 because it had to be shipped to somewhere, I don't know, somewhere crazy, because if it was shipped next door priority, it would have been like $8. But for some reason, it cost them like $16. I can't help you where you live and where you bought it from. That's on you. So they were like, that's, ridiculous because it's nowhere near, because they're looking at the total value. You got to pay for the shipping. Like you paid for the shipping because it shipped to you. It got there. Again, I think it got there complete, but I can't prove that. So I offered what I thought was a very fair, above fair, partial refund of half the value of the item so that they could order a new remote. And because if I would have had it, I would have said, okay, yeah, I'll send you it, whatever. I'll send it to you. But I don't have it because I think they have it. And so then they declined the offer. So I said, okay, well, I'm not giving you a full refund. I didn't say that, but so I was like, all right, whatever. And I just accepted the return. I said, okay, great. Go ahead. Because then they, again, were nasty again. This is ridiculous. What kind of da-da-da-da. It was on and on and on. And so I just said, you know what? Just return it. I would be glad to not do business with you again. And I wanted to make sure they knew that, no, I don't. You're the jerk in this scenario. Return the item. Please don't ever spend money in my store again. And then this is how you know they're a scammer. Because instead of just sending back the item, they did a chargeback on their credit card, which then makes eBay cancel the return automatically. Just cancels the return because there was a chargeback. Of course, they're not going to have them return it. So now I have to spend, because I'm supposed to send proof that the thing was there. But how do I prove that there was a thing? I can prove that I accepted the return. They can return the item. I don't know. But now for a, $15, $20 item, I got to go spend 45 minutes to an hour dealing with eBay customer service, possibly with a credit card customer service. I haven't had to deal with a chargeback yet, but I know it's a pain. I've seen from other YouTubers, it's a pain. So I'm almost tempted to just eat it and just go, whatever. Like, I don't care. But my girlfriend was like, no, you can't do it. You gotta suck it up. You gotta make sure they don't get away with it. So that'll probably end up happening. But just again, it's one of those things. Damaged items and shipping, poor customers, bad customers, chargebacks, all that. Cost of doing business. It is what it is. Businesses have their ups, businesses have their downs. It's just one of those things you gotta deal with. I'm not happy about it. I'm gonna be pretty grumpy about it probably the whole time. I'm just very hopeful that I get a good eBay customer service person. Because if you get a good one, things can go well. You get all your ducks in a row. You say, this is what happened exactly, da-da-da-da-da. They look at it and they go, yep, you're right. But sometimes you get a newbie or whatever. And you're just, the whole time I'm just basically asking them, can you move me on to somebody else? But that doesn't work out either. So I'll give you an update on that whenever that resolves itself. But on a brighter note, we can get to the tip of the day. Tip of the day is know your price margins. I always have a general idea, but I didn't until because that set of books, that was on consignment for my father. He did all the packing of them. He, set them up somewhere else, not here, where I showed up, I took pictures, and I listed it on site, and I didn't have to do a lot of work. So that I'm just getting a cut of for the most part. But in order to figure out how much my cut was, I had to figure out how much fees were and all that kind of stuff. So what came about is I figured out a lot of things. First off, when you're selling something like this sold for $5. This will ship medium mail, and then you have to pay, it depends on what the item is, but it's around 14% in eBay fees. Yeah, that's a lot. Plus, if you do promoted listing, whatever your percentage for promoted listing is, which I do 1.1%. I used to do 1%, then I think a lot of people did 1%, so I do 1.1 to bump mine up a little bit. I think that's a fair amount for what you get out of promoting your listings. I think it is, so that's what I'm willing to do. But on something like this, $5 medium mail CD, after cost of shipping, after cost of packing materials, and this is at a cost of goods of $0. This is without having to pay for it. This $5 item, I make 86 cents on. So would I buy CDs to sell at $5 a piece? No. But these were my own personal CD collection, and they're not all $5. Some of them are much more, some of them are a little more. But $5 is the bottom. I will not go below $5 because at that point, why? Why bother? Because then say I sell 10 of them, but I get one return or one chargeback. Now my profit is gone on all of those at $5 a piece. So next up was this large purchase of $1,100 and something that I just told you the total of. And then after shipping costs, after promoted listing fee, after eBay fees, and then also because the item was over $750, I, per eBay requirements, had to get signature confirmation. So since it was in 4 boxes, roughly $25 a piece, I had to get 4 signature confirmations, which is like $237, if I'm remembering correctly. So that 1,000, let me get an actual total here. That $1,147.49 then turns into $864.94. That is a big jump. That's a big chunk of money. So, but again, that's also at a cost of $0. I don't know what my dad even paid for those. Probably not a lot. He's pretty good at finding good deals. I'd say he paid less than $100, probably closer to the 60. I don't know, but I don't actually know. My cut on that is it's money. My cut on that is some amount of money, but that's a big jump. So you do need to know your price margins. You do need to be aware that eBay fees are not insignificant. They are large. They're a large portion. 14% on $100 is $14. That's a lot. And you also do get eBay fees on the total. That's why some people think, oh, I do free shipping, so or I don't do free shipping, so I only get charged this. You're wrong. The eBay fees are based on the total value. So shipping, and so they make a percentage off of shipping. What? So I got to pay you for something that I got to pay for? They don't pay for it. So when you get your eBay seller discount, that's gone. It doesn't matter. It's a wash because they're going to take their 14% from that. So you don't actually get a discount. They get that money anyways. It's kind of it's more of a protecting yourself from getting charged on your shipping. So I don't know. It is what it is. So far, still the best platform I can use. If that ever changes, I ever find a better one, I would change because 14% is a lot. And so the last thought I have on that, and this is kind of lends towards why I do this If I walk up to a garage sale and they have a eBay listing attached to something, I won't even look at the item. I'll walk by. I don't care if the listing is an accurate sold listing, because they are undervaluing what I do, and they can sit on that item, and because all the time I get people that will be like, oh, this is worth a bunch of money, da 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 da. You want to sell it for me? I'll give you a few bucks. Give you a few bucks so I can make negative dollars? Are you kidding me? Usually what I'll do is I offer people roughly 30% of what sold value will be if I want to buy it. And lots of times they act like I'm screwing them over or something. But again, that's 30% of expected sale. I might take an offer. I might have to reduce price due to demand, and something could happen. I'm also going to have to cover shipping charges, packing charges, time, effort, all these things. So I think 30% is above fair. So at garage sales, I see those things, I walk on by, because I don't even want to have the conversation where they go, oh yeah, seen those on eBay. I don't care. I don't care at all. You don't have a clue what it costs. Like, if I pull out all the paperwork, all the information, and say, oh yeah, but that's going to cost this much in fees and this much in shipping supplies, are you going to knock that off and then still give me a discount on top of that? No. So I just pass on by. So great sales day. I'm in a good mood because of that. You might not be able to tell because the content of, scammers and what have you, but I'm in a fantastic mood. So I'm going to get all this stuff packed up and maybe do something fun with my day. Summer's almost over. Kids go back to school in like 3 weeks. So I'm not in a trying to bust my butt mode. And that happens over the next 2 months. So September, October, I always warn the girlfriend. I say, hey, just a reminder, these are the months I really push, put in a lot of extra hours, a lot of extra listings for fourth quarter. And then from Thanksgiving to New Year's, get to kind of take it a little more easy. But that's going to be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.